Greetings YouTube, this is Sixus.
And I'm BDSceptyr, hello.
And welcome to episode 8 of the Custom Card Spotlight.
Hard to believe we've had 8 of these.
Yeah. So, you want to start or should I?
Sure, I'll start. I usually go second, so I'll start.
Okay.
I think I usually go second. I don't know.
So, begin.
First one, Crystal Princess. It's a level 3, it's a fairy. It's a pendulum light monster. All Crystal Beast monsters, Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Dark Dragon you control gain 2 and attack for each face-up cards on your side of field and are unaffected by monster effects whose attack is lower than those monsters. That by itself is already good.
Yeah, good protection for the Rainbow Dragons, not so much for the Crystal Beasts.
Right. Oh, and I do notice the scales are 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Which is something that I didn't that I expected Konami to do, but I feel like they didn't because they knew it would be broken.
Yeah, same, and confusing.
Right. But with Crystal Beasts, I feel like, I don't think there's going to be a lot of ways you can abuse this card in other decks.
No.
All right, that depends on the monster effect. Let's see. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one Crystal Beast monster or crystal spell and trap you control, except Violet Crystal. Destroy it, and if you do, draw one card. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's, because it targets a crystal spell and trap card. Because if you're winning the pendulums with it, as well as of course, the Crystal Beast monsters, your extra deck, your back row can become really crowded. So that's a good way of getting advantage while still cleaning up the back of it. Yeah. Which I think is very necessary. And they needed some kind of card that could do that.
Yep. And the artwork is really good for this. I don't know who made this. There's no... Oh, Kana, I guess, at the bottom left?
Actually, when I checked the custom cards, like, forum, card creator forum, whatever the name of it is, it was, Guess I'm Still Alive. Funny name.
Yeah.
Even ends with a question mark, too. Guess I'm still alive? It's supposedly difficult to find out the names of some of these.
Right, because so many people repost them and stuff like that.
So, with a lot of these, I'm just going with the whatever one I can find credit to it. So, anything else you want to say about this? One thing I will say is that Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Dark Dragon, that will just be changed to Ultimate Crystal. Meaning that the fusion would also be boosted, which is still really good. And given that all of those monsters gain 2 attack for each face-up card on your side of the field, then themselves included, that's actually going to make Crystal Beasts like Pegasus fairly strong. And that was a problem that they had, because you could get a lot of monsters, but all of them were really weak. So that is helping out a lot.
I don't really have anything else to say about the card other than it's really good, but if you do happen to know, if you're watching this video, if you do happen to know who made this card, or if you made it, you can comment it down below.
Oh, yeah, if you know the actual crediting to this, and if I'm off, because like you said, it's fairly difficult. Yeah, inform me of that in the comments, because that's definitely going to help me out a lot. Now, next one up is... we still switched this out, because you really like this one.
Oh, yeah.
Evil Hero Impulse. So, this is a level 6 fusion monster by Subzerowins. Takes 2 Evil Hero monsters. Relevant, given what decks you've been using.
Yeah.
Must be special using Dark Fusion and cannot be special by other ways. Expected effect. This card gains 200 attack for each Evil Hero monster you control. So by default it will be 2500 because it counts itself. Once per turn during either player's in phase, you can place 1 evil counter on this card. If this card would be destroyed by battle or by a card effect, remove all evil counters from it and destroy a number of cards on the field equal to the number of removed counters.
So, like, not as permanent destruction protection as
the one we got, Bane.
Yeah. But I can see it being its own very unique thing. I I wouldn't really say though that it's necessarily easier to summon than Malicious Bane. You know,
Yeah, because you
because
can
Bane
just use
is fairly generic. It's
yeah,
fairly generic.
because you can use any evil hero monster plus like Melissa's Bane. No, evil hero Melissa's, wrong Melissa's. Or
Yeah.
which is actually rather appropriate given the names. Or you
Right.
could
Right.
use the one you've been using, Ferris, from the Vision
Ferris.
Heroes.
Yep.
So, but at the same time,
Really.
look at the date stamped at the bottom of it, 2015.
Oh, right. Right. Right.
Yeah,
So this is
so
before that was even thought
yeah,
of.
this was
Right.
back when Evil Hero was barely playable.
Right. Well, I would have definitely taken it. This is support.
Yeah.
Because Dark Call would still make it easy to get out if you were playing Evil Heroes
Yep.
back in the day.
And
But
also,
yeah, I think it's a good card. I
and I
just
like-
think it's.
I do like the fact that it's a more defensive variant, so it gains counters which can protect it, and it can pretty much perform a counter attack. That's how I would forward to
Literally.
it. Yeah, using counters. So
I do like that idea.
I do like that idea of a playstyle, and it has a good sense of survivability.
I think
To
that
be
would be
fair.
a cool idea for a deck, like an entire deck, like an
Yeah.
archetype had that theme. That'd be cool.
But yeah, that's all we can say about Impulse. Moving on
Alright, I
to
got
the
the next one.
next one.
Toon Funny Bunny. This does look like a Toon monster. Looks like it doesn't even look like a new one. It looks like an old Toon monster.
Yeah, it was the back in the Pegasus arc when he was doing the duel against Kaiba, the one where he stole the Blue Eyes and made Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. He was talking about how his favorite cartoon was Funny Bunny, and to fit with that, he did summon Dark Rabbit. So this would be very appropriate to go with.
I'm surprised that they didn't make this actually. Okay.
Yeah. I'm
It's a
still
beast,
waiting.
level 4 Toon, 1100 attack, 1500 defense. You cannot attack the turn it is summoned while you control Toon World, and your opponent controls some Toon monsters. This card can attack your opponent directly. If this card attacked a face down defense visitor monster, at the start of the damage step, you can destroy that face down monster. Quick effect, you can banish this card from your grave, activate a Toon World, a Toon Kingdom from your hand or deck. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that last effect is really good.
I can see it being a good foolish burial target.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
But
It's
yeah.
also dark, so the Lore of Darkness is more consistent in Toons.
Oh yeah, because they do have Wet Eyes Black Dragon and the Dark Magician, which
Right.
are, and I guess, yeah, I can't remember what's Gemini Elf. Is that one dark or is that one light? I can't remember off the top of my
I think it's
head.
light. I think it's light. I
Okay.
can't remember. But this the only thing I would say that is not so great on this card is that it doesn't summon itself like other Toon monsters.
Yeah,
Not
But-
all of them do, but about half
Yeah.
of them I would say have a
they
special
kind of
summoning effect.
stopped that after a while because I know Mermaid does, but I don't know how many other ones do that. Oh, and
Mermaid,
also,
Mast, they just summon themselves for free basically.
Yeah.
But
we're probably in like a Toon Dark Magician Gold kind of territory where look at the amount of space that's being used on the card. Remember, that's
Right,
like the
right.
only reason Toon Dark Magician Gold doesn't have this card cannot attack the turn it's summoned clause. Because they just ran out of space to put that. Similar to how with actually this is a big problem with Pegasus cards. When Relinquish was first made, apparently it didn't have the ritual spell restriction. You know, the part where it said it can only be summoned by this ritual spell. It didn't have that printed on the card the first time it was printed. Because it ran out of space.
Interesting. And really, the whole Toon thing, I really think they should have just made Toon its own kind of card instead of, a subtype. Because that really would have, if you just stated that, hey, all Toon monsters have this kind of effect stacked onto it, and you apply that rule for everyone to know in advance.
To be fair, we still don't really do that with Gemini or Union. We still have to print that on every single card.
Well, that's because Gemini don't take 3 sentences to say this is a Toon card.
True. But yeah, I just, one thing I was gonna say, I still wish they would adapt some of Pegasus's other cards as Toons. Like, A retrain of a core box? That would be funny.
Toon relinquished.
That would be that would be strange looking. I have nothing else to say about that. That would just be strange looking.
Right.
How do you make that thing look funny?
I don't know, but let's.
But
see
yeah,
this
overall,
next
I just think that the graveyard effect is really good. Especially, that, terraforming and metaverse has been hit. So you kind of need an increased chance of searching out the best card in the deck, the one that keeps them from dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to the next one.
Yeah, I looked at this and I honestly didn't know what it was, and then I looked at the effect and I was like, oh, aliens.
Yep. Universal Nightmare Boggle by Batmed. Oh, right, the last one, Toon Funny Bunny. That was by ChaosTrevor. So, this one's a Batmed card. It's a level 8 light reptile, fairly similar to Gogol. And it takes a alien tuner specifically, and one or more non-tuner alien monsters. Train 900 attack, train 500 defense. When this card is synchro summoned, or when a monster is special summoned from your opponent's extra deck, you can place one A counter on each face-up special summon monster your opponent controls. Once per turn during each player's turn, when another monster's effect is activated, you can remove 2 A counters from anywhere on the field, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster. I actually think this is a very fitting continuation of how it was going with Gogol. Because with Gogol, it has a means of spreading counters using face-up spells and traps on the field, and could destroy monsters using 2 A counters. Whereas this one spreads A counters based off of monsters, specifically special monsters, as opposed to face-up spell traps. And instead of destroying, it's more negation, which I think is very appropriate given the effect, and is definitely a more modernized version of Gogol, though Gogol is still very good.
Right.
Oh, I also like how the part of the first effect is whenever a monster is special from the extra deck, you can place one counter on each face-up special monster your opponent controls. That's kind of like a upgrade of Alien Kid, without that one put a counter on all special monsters.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
and
good. Good attack, too. I can only imagine how much damage you could be doing with the A counters.
Well, this is still not an alien.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, one thing I still find weird, it still suffers from the Don Zalug or Big Core kind of... what's another big one? Master Hyperion for agents.
Why of all things did you mention Don Zalug?
Because it's like the first one to do that.
I guess.
I couldn't think of an... CN, the original CN. Ones like that. Where the boss monster has to have a different name from the rest of the main deck. Which is still kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, my biggest question is the summon ability. But then I just realized that... Okay, so let's say you have a level 4 Shock Troop on your grave. Summon out Ammonite. It's a level 1. Revive the 4. And saying to the normal summon of Ammonite, Dog, which is a 3. So, yeah, I suppose it's still fairly easy to summon out.
Yeah, it's very doable.
Yeah.
It requires just a little bit of setup. But I feel like this card is more of a later game card anyway.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Let's go. So, on to the next one.
Ooh, FA Circuit Official. All right. Robot Girl. This looks like a scene from Alita Battle Angel. Kind of does. Anyway, One Machine Monster is a wind machine monster as well, and cannot be used as link material to turn as link summoned. God, except for the link summon of an FA monster. Okay, that's fair. This card is link summoned. You can add one FA monster from your deck to your hand. You can target one level 5 or higher machine monster you control. Very easy to do. special summon one machine monster from your deck that has a lower level, and if you do, the targeted monster's level is reduced by the level of the monster's special summon by this effect. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Okay, here's the big question I have with that. Why is it with most of the effect it's just generic machine? I don't understand why it says one machine monster for link material instead of just saying takes one FA monster.
Right.
Because it's not going to change much.
I mean, basically, what I see here is potential use in other decks, and I guess that's what he was going for, was not just FAs can use this, because I feel like a deck that would just absolutely benefit a lot from this, I feel like would be, what are they called? The tracks, infinite tracks. I feel like they could benefit a lot, because not only are you summoning another monster to the field, but you are also changing the level, and then you can use that monster's effect to change the levels again.
But the problem is, when you get to that point, the last effect is very powerful, because it just summons out any machine monster from your deck with a lower level than the monster you have on the field.
Right.
It's just like, because it says machine only instead of FA, I think that's a little too much, because if you remember, when I played this against you, I managed to get the modal home up to level 20.
Yeah.
It's just like,
that's right.
Oh yes, because I need a free summon of any whatsoever. Not
Machine,
FA. Any machine monster from my deck. I like the fact that I can search out an FA monster, because the way I play it, there's not that many monsters in the deck, so the ability to search out monsters is very much warranted. I just don't, because I don't like it when link monsters are more generic, because that tends to make them too powerful. Now,
here's a good middle ground that I just thought of. Here's a good middle ground. It still allows. It's still like you keep the text the same way, but you add a little thing to the end there where you can only special summon FAs for the rest of the turn from the extra deck. So this way, even if you can bring out a bunch of a bunch of machines, and you set up for link spam, you can't do it, because you can only special summon the synchro and the links for the FA.
I still like the majority of the card. I just don't understand why, rather, the generic machine focus. Because you could easily just make it just say FA, and you won't change anything for how FAs play.
It's the same way for a lot of the links for machines, like Cleveports and.
But still, it would make it really good, because it's just like, let's say you summon Auto Navigator off of like 1-for-1 or any of the mode ways you can bring that out. Then you use it to link summon this, which gives you a search for any FA monster. You can now continue your plays. You can revive the Auto Navigator from the grave. You can use that and this to bring out the link to. It's the one problem I had with that was that it didn't give you immediate advantage in the form of a search or a special summon, and this would make up for that and make it a lot easier to bring out that link without having to rely on what's that, magnet reversal or something like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it. Magnet reverse, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this one.
Alright, so you got the next one.
Okay, now we're getting to the other half of this video.
Lord.
It's 5 cards that's related to each other. all of it are by BDSceptyr. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, this is all Bastion support. There wasn't enough of these cards to make a solo video about it, so we're just taking up half of this video. Beginning with Nitrogeddon. Now, Nitrogeddon. Quick effect. You can shuffle one monster whose original name is Nitrogeddon, Oxygeddon, or Carboneddon from your hand or graveyard into the deck. Then target one pyro or dinosaur monster you control until the end phase. That target's attack becomes 2900. Also, it is unaffected by other monster effects. You can only use this effect of Nitrogeddon once per turn. This card's name is also treated as Oxygeddon while it's in the hand or graveyard, and as Carboneddon while on the field. A lot of name gimmicks going on right now.
A lot of names, but thank God it counts as Oxygeddon because Oxygeddon is so bad.
I agree. But yeah, your opinion of this odd inclusion.
It's pretty good. It's now level 5, like the new support, so it's actually summonable.
Duo? Something duo?
Deuterion.
Deuterion, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it's...
The effect to make a pyro or dinosaur monster you control become tree 900 and be unaffected by all other monster effects, that's good and gives them a beat stick, which is good because they didn't have much going for them before.
Right.
And also, I like the artwork.
Yeah.
Just a flaming bird. Not much to it. Moltres, welcome.
Basically. It looks like it's got like scorpion tails somewhere in there, though.
Huh, it just to me, it just looks kind of skeletal. But I do see that. Around like the wing.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So, on to the next one.
I have a feeling I know what it's going to be about. Wow! Bonding CO2. What's next? Bonding meth? Tribute 1 Carboneddon.
Oh no, that would be Chemiquiddle.
Tribute 1 Carboneddon, 2 Oxygeddon. Oh gosh. From your hand, inner field, special summon Fire Dragon for your hand, deck, or graveyard. What is this? During your main phase, instead of turn, this card is sent to the graveyard from the field. You can shuffle this card from your graveyard into the deck. Discard 1 Fire Dragon and or Bonding spell and trap. If you do, draw 2 cards. Okay, well, here's the thing. I like how it has a draw power effect, but why does it have to be sent from the field to the graveyard?
Handle field.
Oh, it does say?
Yeah, from your handle field.
No, I'm talking about the second effect. During the main phase, you can turn this card sent to the graveyard from the field. So you can't like Foolish Sparrow goods it and get a draw 2 next turn.
Yeah.
I would say that's necessary. Well, I can't really see when this card was made though.
But still, I find it interesting that you can use that with technically. Let's see. Nitrogeddon says it counts as Carboneddon on the field and Oxygeddon right in the hand. So technically, you can just do this using 3 Nitrogeddons, which I find kind of funny.
Possible.
I just find that amusing. And Carboneddon, I don't think is a bad choice to 1, because at least you can banish it from the graveyard for the special of a Yozanwu. I'm saying Yozanwu because it's more fitting for the deck.
I guess. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused with Fire Dragon, but I know if it's mentioned here, it's probably coming up next.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the second effect. It just needs... honestly, I don't think they need a Fire Dragon. I think, if anything, they should just stick with what they got, try and make it playable, then you can add on to it.
The thing is, I like this because, remember, Fire Dragon was always in the intro of GX, and it was never shown in GX.
You know what? That's right. You know
yeah,
that makes
so
sense.
This is just a means of bringing the card that they always showed and never gave a name to, and it was right there side by side with Water Dragon, have it finally actually be bought in some capacity.
Yeah.
Now, let's go on to the next one. Let's see, this one I'm reading. This is Bonding in O2. Send 1 Nitrogeddon and 2 Oxygeddon from your hand and or deck to the graveyard. Happy? This one says deck.
Yes.
Special 1 Fire Dragon from your hand or graveyard. Its name becomes Fire Dragon Pile while on the field. It gains 2 levels. Also, it gains this effect. Quick effect. You can banish this card. Special 2 Fire Dragon from your hand and or deck, ignoring their summon conditions. You can banish this card. Add 1 Nitrogeddon from your graveyard. Special 1 monster from your deck whose name is specifically listed in the banish monster's text. You can only use this effect of bonding in O2 once per turn.
Huh.
Okay. Now, I like this a lot more than how they did Water Dragon Cluster. It's just like, instead of adding a new monster, let's add another card that can change the effect of that monster. That is interesting.
It's just wild.
Yeah, and also use Oxygeddons and Nitrogeddons from your hand or deck, which is still useful because Nitrogeddon in your hand. Yeah, while it's in your hand, it counts as Oxygeddon. And based on the fact that it has this effect, it was clearly released after the Lesney Duelist pack that introduced the Water Dragon support.
Yeah, I guess the sending from the deck to the graveyard is very justified with this being a trap doing so.
Yeah.
Like the other one.
And also, yeah.
But
you can banish this card and one Nitrogeddon from your graveyard, special one monster from your deck whose name is specifically listed in this. And the ones specifically listed in this include Nitrogeddon, Oxygeddon, and Fire Dragon. So you have a good amount of options. And this would be special by the effect of Bonding card. So I guess that should work.
Right.
So you want to go for the next one?
Yep. Bonding Con. Let's see going. 2-1 Carboneddon, Oxygeddon, and Nitrogeddon, but no more than one each from your hand, field, and deck. Huh. Okay. It's still somewhat difficult, but I can see it working. First summon one level 8 Pyro Monster or one Water Dragon Cluster that is either in your hand or banished, ignoring its summoning conditions, but destroy it during the end of your opponent's next turn. Also gains this effect. Just the specific locations of everything is killing me. Quick effect. You banish this card, special summon one level 8 Pyro Monster and one level 8 Sea Serpent Monster from your hand and or deck in defense, ignoring the summoning conditions. Okay.
Hey, you got means of getting out Water Dragon and Fire Dragon at the same exact time.
Okay, you know what? It made it up a little bit there. I like the second effect, or the effect that it gives the monster, but the thing is, sure, one from each is good. Sending stuff from the deck is great, and summoning them from the hand or the banished pile is great. But here's the thing. The problem with the different bonding cards, because I tried to run this deck. And the problem that I kept finding, and the problem that I will still have with this card, not the last card. The last card was good, but with this card, the problem that I'm going to have is I might have all the materials, but not in the right places. And when you make it more specific, you make it more of a chance for you to brick.
And the additional issue is that you'll still be using Deuterion because it can sort out the bonding cards, but none of these are actually using Deuterion as material. And
exactly.
Same thing goes for Hydrogeddon. They're not being factored in at all, so you can't really get benefits from those. So those will just end up clogging. This is just an inherent issue with the deck.
Yeah. And it's a cool idea, and I'd love it, but Chemic Critters did so much better, and even then, Chemic Critters aren't, topping tournaments, with their strategies either. And it's, they just went more for a generic approach to it, and that's really how you do it. And I would say this is very similar to playing, like, the OG Elemental Heroes. There's so many specific names and so many specific fusions that you have to run at least, like, one of each. And then there's a possibility that you can bring out a second one, but you don't have that copy now. And then you might not have the monsters in the right places, and it just becomes a mess. I do like the second effect that it gives to the monster, and it's possible to bring it out, but it's just so specific with each one of these.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, that comparison is accurate because both these are GX era decks.
Right.
Water Dragon and Elemental Hero.
Mm-hmm,
they didn't age well with either of them. Now, wait, I'm going for the last one, right?
Yes, this is the last one. So I'm assuming this is Fire Dragon.
Yes, it is. Okay, so Fire Dragon.
That's cool art.
Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by the effect of a bonding spell or trap card. If this card battles while there is a water or a sea serpent monster on the field, before damage calculation, half your opponent's life points. Making up a little bit?
Yeah.
If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Carboneddon and up to 2 Oxygeddon that are either in your graveyard or banished, and or destroy cards on the field so that the total number of specimen monsters and destroyed monsters equal exactly 3. So you can either destroy 3 cards or bring out 3 cards as I'm reading it.
That's pretty cool. I like that. You
Yeah.
decide which is more important, having the monsters or destroying the monsters for your remote controls.
Honestly, overall I like how they did this. The problem is it's just being weighed down by the deck it is.
Right. If it was just all about fire dragons, like, here's the thing. This is why I think adding more monsters to it makes it harder to summon. And even though, yes, adding Deuterion helped the deck, I'm not going to say it didn't help the deck. It did help it, but it added a 3rd monster to clog up your deck. And this is why I never think this. I never think this deck will ever be competitively.
Not at all. Not even.
Never.
You're saying competitively. Yeah, no, not happening ever. But no, I'm just talking. Yeah, that's more accurate to say because this deck just does not work.
Right.
It's an
like the only
flaw
chance. Like the only chance that this deck has of being viable is if you're playing in an environment where the deck is smaller.
Yeah.
So like Duel Links, there's a better chance for it.
Yeah.
But even then, the cards are in Duel Links, and they don't do anything.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing.
It's unfortunate.
I do like how that with these cards you can still inherently bring out Water Dragon, such as with CON, specifically saying Water Dragon Cluster. So you can technically, yes, take out the Hydrogeddon, which can help things a little bit, and take out the other bonding cards, and yes, these cards, like a Carbonaddon, some Oxygeddons, and the Water Dragons and Water Dragon Cluster, and it can work.
Right.
So it is still increasing the amount of cards, but at least it is doing it a little bit better than how they actually did it in real life. It's still an improvement.
And then I can run DNA transplant and make every monster on the field water. That's the strat. But yeah,
I still find it weird that, because there are instances, even in Duel Links, in which I can bring out Oxygeddon and 2 Hydrogeddons and have Water Dragon in my hand, because I actually try to use the deck, but I still want to have the bonding card.
Exactly.
And here's
that's
the
main
thing.
Issue.
Here's my issue. It's just like, this Bastion also used Litmus Doom Swordsman, which was a ritual card. So why want these as ritual and having bonding ritual spells?
Yes, that would have been. Oh my gosh, that would have so much better.
That would have made so much more sense. But they didn't go that route. I'm sure there was a different way. Or because it is GX, have the bondings be spell cards, have Water Dragon be an extract monster, and yes, say it's a fusion monster that takes 2 Hydrogeddons and 1 Oxygeddon. It would fit better with the GX storyline, like it being fusion focused. And at the same time, it would make it a lot more playable.
This is like a final touch for me on this. Just like a final word on this. Going down the fusion route, honestly, if they would just... If they could keep their names, but just you would have to... Just to start over, basically, on everything. Keep the monsters that are in here and these ones that we've read. And just make them all have an effect for it that once per turn they can copy the name of one on the field or in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And this way it would help out, a little bit with fixing them and all that. And they can do it while on the field or in the graveyard. Kind of like Element Sabers can change their attributes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Something like that, just to help them out. But I'm done talking about a deck that will never be played.
Yeah, like I said, this was gonna be half the video, and I think it did become half the video, possibly more. But yeah, that's over this time. Thanks for watching, and yeah, that's all.